in terms of these WNBA conversations, listen, I know we've had our back and forths. We had our discussions about gatekeeping conversations. The WNBA is showing me this is a community that deserves to be gatekept in terms of good basketball talk, because I am so sick of seeing how loud certain individuals get talking about the W when not even a year ago, half a year ago, was talking about make the ball smaller for underhand layups. I can't get the image out of my mind of hearing the same people say lower the rims, make the ball smaller, and shorten the shot clock so that it speeds up the process. They can do underhand layups a lot easier, and they can dunk and be more exciting, are the same people that are going on these tirades, making videos. They're just parading around like they want what's best for this league. That is annoying. Like super annoying. You don't have to comment on this. You don't. And it seems to me super hypocritical. And that is a pet peeve. I hate hypocrites. I genuinely do. I understand everybody can't not be hip. It's just weird seeing how certain individuals are so passionate, so loud. But just 6 months ago, gang, you were so wrong. But people weren't there to hear it. So no,
we can call it out, because I call him out every time I see him. My brother is lame for what he's doing. From my perspective, he is like 100% wholeheartedly is lame for what he's doing. Because not only does he do, like you're saying, in these videos and want to have these got you moments and Twitter mentions, I feel like he's no different than Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith, and we'll get to them in just 2 seconds. Because after the game from yesterday, was it yesterday? It was yesterday? The game was yesterday? 2 days ago?
I wouldn't know.
I can't remember.
I think it was yesterday. I'm
losing track of time. Today, I missed the game. I remember logging on Twitter and being like, she's out?
Yesterday, the day before, whatever it was, after missing that game, what came on right after was a fucking masterclass, gang. Was a masterclass. Was visual representation. Remember when the Celtics just won, like this was like games, it was one of the last games. And we were sitting there, we were like, yo, this is crazy what we're watching, because they're about to be one of the ones that are about to change basketball.
Yeah.
Like the way that they have constructed this team, what teams will strive for, what happened in Minnesota, what's going on in Minnesota is them actively changing women's basketball. Nafisa Collier had 23 points at halftime, finished with 1 point shy of breaking the WNBA playoff scoring record. No. The scoring record in the game total.
Oh, yeah.
She still averaged 40 points over the series, which is a record-breaking thing. And what my brother did, when somebody called him out and said, you weren't watching, he puts the tweet underneath like, yeah, I was watching it on playback. I was watching Caitlin and them. I'm actually watching. No. You're consuming the same amount of women's basketball like these others do, and then saying it, kind of like Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp. Now, I'm not saying you claiming to be the end-all, be-all, but you're doing, this is just cut from the same cloth, gang. And missing a masterclass, missing a renaissance in women's basketball. Yes, this is why I believe things should be gate-kept. Personally, I don't care about the graphics that are being put up, or I put out a tweet. That shit weird. That shit is selective.
It's just annoying to me watching a game, even seeing like Caitlin and DeWanna Bonner chirp at each other. And like my thought just immediately goes to, all right, gang, who the fuck is gonna make a video on this in like an hour or two? Like, oh my God, they're just fucking chirping, bro. But I know there's a video or two probably already out there about the situation. See, this is the problem with the W. Oh my God, they're just fucking chirping, bro. God damn.
Let me bring up this one dude right here. He was watching the Lynx game off stream. Nigga, I texted him and told him Nafisa had 23 at half. He was not watching the Lynx game until yo, stop, bro. Stop. It's my life. It's my life. Stop trying to tell me about my life. I know what happened because I was there. He wasn't watching it. I had to tell him, yo, I said she has 23 at half. Him, who? Who else, nigga? Who else at this moment? If Asia Wilson isn't playing, who else at this moment would have 23 at half?
Julia Newman? Head ass.
Come on, bro. Stop, bro. Stop.
Damn. Yeah, for me, I mean, obviously you all are on the offense of gatekeeping. Per usual, I'm not. However, what I'll say is I think that the people that were team lower the rim, were team make the ball smaller, all these other things, you gotta I say this, I'm with Damo. I don't like hypocrites either. Maybe certain sentences can be snipped up from this clip that can be a gotcha moment on other over the top dark jokes that we've had on the pod, or even ideals for the pod. But at the end of the day, I think there's levels of hypocrisy, and I guess flaming hypocrisy, if you will. And yeah, the idea that like certain fans, and I don't even see the little tweets you're talking about. I'm not even being PC. I just ain't seen them. But
I'm
like
glad somebody called him. Let's hear him talk. My bad, Sage.
I bet yeah. If he's on the phone, he's on the phone.
Omar,
Go ahead.
make sure everyone can hear me.
You're good to go, buddy.
Well, here we go.
Because respectfully, all of you niggas need to shut the fuck up and talking about what I'm watching, what I'm not watching. Sitting there claiming that I wasn't watching the game because I wasn't on stream is the most idiotic, dumb shit.
When did you tune into the game, Marcel?
I was sitting there watching the game.
When did you tune into the game?
Everybody else was watching the game.
When did you tune into the game?
Like the second quarter.
Oh my gosh. So when I said she has 23 at half, why did you say who?
You just said you said 23. That's it.
I said I'm looking at the tweets or the text right now. She has 23 at half.
She had 23
Who?
first half.
And this is the same person talking about.
And I said Collier, and then you said yeah.
You said who? Collier?
I said her name before you even answered it.
Is that a fly?
What are you talking about, Omar?
You said who? Collier? Yeah, I'm looking at the text right now. But even outside.
I was already Omar while you were texting me. I was watching the game.
Okay. Even outside of that, Marcel.
So let's get something clear.
Even outside of that, Marcel.
Omar, stop. Because you're just lying.
Who's Marcel? I want you to Marcel, you can come on stream if you want to. Because the whole point of it isn't about this specific singular moment. Marcel, stop calling my phone. I'm going to do you like you do me. Jesus Christ. You can come on stream if you want to. Come on stream. God, there was more.
Here we go.
There was so much more to that one point than that one incident. And I know you're trying to get your gotcha moment right then and there, but there was so much more to that one point than that one incident, gang. There was so much more to that one point than that one incident. You know what? I'll take it back for you if that makes you feel better. Fine. You were watching the game. There's no way for me to 100% prove it. Cool. There was so much more to that one point than that one incident. If you want your brownie points in that one moment, that is fine, gang.
Hey,
that
man.
fake shit from last year that me and Damo been talking about was weird. It's still weird.
That's what I'm on. I'm not even on
Jesus
you watching the
Christ.
game. That is what and Omar can attest. The moment this nigga said, make the ball smart for underhand layups, both of us. The fuck is an underhand layup? We have been on that this whole time. Like that since the moment it was said. So I watching the game. Hey, if you watching, you definitely watch more than me. I'm not gonna talk about you watching the game. But again,
and
being loud and proud when 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, it was lower the rim and make the ball smaller is crazy to me.
The fuck?
My question for y'all then, because I was speaking in general, but I was going to say at the end of the day, those who said that just need to own that they said that, and or the fact that they didn't watch the WNBA prior to those statements and then they've changed their mind. That's all I asked for. So I guess here, does he like own that, or how does that work?
He's owned it to me privately. Now, for the people that do watch it on playback, that's a different conversation. But he said to me, and I think I've said it on here. I might have said it maybe in a space or a call that we were having.
You said it on here. You said it on here.
I said it on here. He said it to me privately. If niggas say that he's if niggas saying that he said it on his stream, that's perfectly fine. But he said to me privately, "Oh, I was misogynistic, or it was misogynistic or sexist to say lower the rims and all that stuff." I've been sent it to you.
It's on Twitter.
I sent it on to you on Twitter.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my sentiment. Y'all can piece up what I was saying.
Let me delete it out of here because somebody gonna
try. Yeah. In hindsight, yeah.
Oh, you can only ban? What the fuck?
But yeah, that was my own.
Ban the link.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh man,
StreamYard was real weird in that one instance, but
okay.
I can't delete that.
Well, while we're waiting, shout out to Dark Bandit for the 5 gifted.
Notice community like toxicity and drama. Here you guys go.
Yeah, you can delete it.
Oh, speaking of that, I ain't gonna lie, man. OTF and SOZ ran a little 2K. I ain't gonna lie.
They lost again. God.
Y'all play
So,
2K every day. Oh my god!
What is,
All
what
right.
is I'm
Who is
so
SLZ
confused.
too?
well,
Yeah,
I'm so confused.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
What?
about
Since I missed it, what did I miss?
What?
what exactly are you confused about?
Y'all said that I missed that. The last thing I caught before I hopped on stream was that I'm missing the bigger picture and the point. So what is the bigger picture and the point?
Oh, Omar was talking about a bigger picture of people being nasty about pretending to care about the W but not caring about the W, and
These
Things of that nature.
conversations that were happening just 6 months ago, 18 months ago, however long it wasn't that long ago where people like you were in conversations talking about lowering the rim, smaller balls, and those sorts of silly things are now so invested into the conversations, but it truly only stops at one person.
Well, I've never said I've truly invested. Quite frankly, I think people like you, Omar, is the reason why a lot of people don't give a fuck about the W. Gatekeeping fandom in any capacity, especially to the degree in which it's not like I'm saying anything crazy. It's fucking dumb. Secondly, I was watching the game. Thirdly, I've admitted several times, especially if you watch me on stream, I admitted I was wrong about the things I said before. Someone being wrong about something and then being quiet about it and then getting more information about it and adjusting their opinion on it. I think it's dumb to then tell that same person that they can't now not formulate an opinion about it, especially when I feel like I probably watch more and consume more about it than a lot of people on this platform. Third, I find it very ironic that the last time y'all spoke about me in this capacity, y'all was speaking about a Cheryl Swoops interview where y'all niggas didn't even watch it. Y'all were speaking about something y'all didn't even watch. So then you formulate an opinion about it. And before you formulate an opinion about it, you asked me first about it. And then you went off based on what I told you instead of you watching it yourself. So the point I'm making is that if the argument is that I all of a sudden don't care or I my lack of caring, I barely even speak about the W because I don't know that much about it.
That's the point though, Marcel. But
here we go.
Okay. All right.
So I have to speak on it even less.
But mind you, we're not.
It's a simple question. It's a simple question before you get to that point. So I have to speak on it less. You're not
about to yes know me on my platform. Sorry.
Okay.
So like I said in this conversation, I can't prove if you were watching the game or not with Raquel on the side of the bed. Whether you were or not, that's perfectly fine. Like if you say you were, I asked you the question, you said who, right? It was strange that you said who during a time in which there's a great player playing.
I didn't know she had exactly 23 because I didn't catch the first part of the quarter.
I get it. The first part of the quarter?
First part of the first quarter. I did not watch the entire game.
The first part of the quarter or the half at this? What are you saying?
The first part of the first quarter. I literally said on the phone, maybe you were yelling and you were being a degenerate and didn't let me talk about it. But like literally in the first part of the first part of the first quarter, I didn't catch it. But before the halftime, I was watching it.
And you still didn't know she had 23 as they're updating and putting up graphics showing how many points she has. She's scoring the fuck out of the ball.
No,
okay, Marcel, let's keep.
I
get it. You didn't know she had 23.
Also, as a sidebar chat, when somebody like Cheryl Swoops sitting here telling you about if she did or didn't get fired from the broadcast, who gives a fuck? Just listen to what she says. Now I'm telling you, I'm sitting there watching the game. This nigga is not going to tell me what I was or wasn't doing.
I just said you were.
Okay,
I just
so
said
let's
it's
move
okay
on.
if you were.
Nigga, let's move on.
I just said it's okay if you were.
Let's move on then.
I moved on. You brought it back up.
No,
literally,
you literally sat
Marcel,
there and said,
in your point, you just brought it back up. I swear to God. Well, maybe you didn't hear it because you were just coming on, but I said maybe he was watching the game. That's perfectly fine. I just said that, gang. You can we move on? You okay with moving on?
So is that a draw?
A stalemate.
Yeah.
I have no problem with you giving your opinion. And if you've admitted that you're uninformed, round of applause. Like, if you've come on your platform and admitted the shit that you said was sexist and misogynistic, that's great. There's still an overarching theme. You're just a part of it from the perspective that I had.
You did bring it back. I'm rewatching it right now.
Marcel,
we already passed it and you brought it back up.
Can you go back before you came on? Can you go back before you came on? Hold on. I got you. Can you go back before you came on and see what I said?
And I literally came on and I said, maybe I missed it because I was coming on. I led with that, actually.
Okay then, Marcel. So we agree right there. So we can move on from that point.
You brought it back up while I got up here.
We can move on from that point.
I've been trying to. You brought it back up.
No, you circle back on it. So if we're here, we both didn't understand each other. Now, like you said, we have more information. We should be able to move on, gang.
If anybody wants to share my screen, I have the exact moment when I was already up here and the nigga brought it back up.
Oh my God.
Here we go. This is a question for you to get to that point. So I have to speak on it less. You're not
about to guess know me on my platform. Sorry. So like I said in this conversation, I can't prove if you were watching the game or not with Raquel on the side of the bed. Whether you were or not, that's perfectly fine. Like if you say you were, I asked you the question, you said who, right? It was strange that you said who during a time in which there's a great player playing.
So again, you brought it back up. We had already had a conversation.
This is me conceding the point, though, Marcel. Is that this is me conceding the point?
It's not. You literally went into the dialogue about our text. But let's continue.
And I conceded the point in the beginning of it, just like I'm conceding it right now.
You literally continue to ask me about the text thread.
No, I didn't ask you. I said I'm laying out what happened, but I just said in the beginning of it.
Go to it again. I'll go to it. Go to it again. Go to it again.
Oh my God! I asked you the question. You said who? Pull it back. Bring it back. Bring it back a little bit more.
Sharpens my
Bring it
brain.
back a little bit.
Hey, all right, sharpens.
Right there. Like I said in this conversation, I can't prove if you were watching the game or not with Raquel on the side. Bring it back. Bring it back. Whether you were or not, that's.
Nigga, this is it, nigga.
No, what's the first things that I say, my nigga? What's the first things that I say?
All of a sudden,
right there.
Don't care. We're having the conversation. We're right now having the conversation about you telling me about how I didn't care, but all of a sudden I do care. That was this part of the conversation. Then after that conversation,
play it, Marcel. Play it. All you have to do is play it.
I barely even speak about the W because I don't know that much about it.
That's the point, though, Marcel.
But here we go.
Okay. All right.
So I have to speak on it even less.
But mind you, we're not.
It's a simple question before you get to that point. So I have to speak on it less. You're not
about to guess know me on my platform. Sorry.
Okay.
So like I said in this conversation, I can't prove if you were watching the game or not with Raquel on the side of the bed. Whether you were or not, that's perfectly fine. Like, pause. This is me conceding. I can elaborate on the entirety of the point, but this is me conceding the point right here. Playing. How is this not me conceding the point?
Exactly 23 because I didn't.
Right.
I didn't catch the first part of the quarter.
I get it. The first part of the quarter.
First, is this you not trying to figure out what exactly this is?
Once you interrupted me after I was conceding the point.
You paused.
You can, gang, I conceded the point, but to go into it, you interrupted me in my dialogue about the conversation that we had, but you interrupted me. So continuing down the line, if you responded and said, yo, you know what? I was misogynistic. That's great growth. Again, you're a part of a bigger conversation. We're leading into Shannon Sharp next with the misogyny. But ultimately, what you said was misogynistic and sexist. If you're coming with the information, yo, I apologize. That was dumb as fuck. I said that out in public because I know you said that in the conversation. That's totally fine, gang. That's totally fine.
So now second thing. I've done it several times in my streams.
I don't watch your streams, Marcel.
Okay, so you should I don't watch
your streams.
So you should present me the opportunity to either address it publicly or ask me. You coming to conclusions about what I may or may not have said, and then presenting it as if like I have not addressed it. So now let me say it in front of Omar publicly now, guys. I said something that was misogynistic and ignorant and dumb about WNBA players. From then, I decided to stop making videos and discussing WNBA topics for practically the first 2.5 months of the season. Then after I became more informed because I watched a little bit more basketball, I then made comments here and there, but still never made a video about it. And then finally, by the end of the season, and even you can go through my tweets and you can see here and see me asking genuine questions. For example, when they were sitting here claiming that they were targeting Caitlin Clark, I genuinely asked, hey, how often or how common this is with other WNBA players? After I then came to the conclusion, I said, hey, I see that Asia Wilson and a couple of other WNBA players are also getting fouled really hard, and no one really speaks about it, so I understand their frustrations. I then, again, continue to proceed to not say really much anything about it because I wasn't that informed on it. Then I decide to pause and wait, get more information, and then up until now, that's when I have started to say anything. But that's really it. So this idea that I've decided to gain more information and shift my attention towards things that I do or do not think that are that important to me is irrelevant of things I may have said before, because my information that I've gathered within the last 6 months, I believe, is more than enough to have the comments that I've had about the W over the last month and a half or two, or even probably less than that. Really, in last month.
Thank you for the condescending acknowledgement of the comments that you made. We appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ. And as far as the Cheryl Swoop shit went, oh my gosh, who is this? Oh, your mother's watching us and she's getting upset at that's how we're talking. And as far as this Cheryl Swoop thing,
Boys, enough.
As far as the Cheryl Swoops conversation, I think I still even said I don't really give a fuck about it. I told you what my stance was because we had a conversation about it. Mind you, didn't know we were going to react to your specific commentary on it. We shouldn't have. We should have just straight reacted to hers. That's not a big deal either. You trying to bring it in here as if it's some sort of got you moment is not really hitting, gang. I'm going to be quite honest with you. And it's something that I consumed right after we talked about it. So again, it doesn't really hit.
Well, you said in the podcast that you didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing. The whole thing? Yeah.
Actually, I think watching the whole thing is very, very valuable.
Oh, okay. Well, that's your perspective. I didn't need to watch the whole thing. I felt like I didn't watch the whole thing. Your mom, I think she really is watching us. That us.
Yeah, I think you should watch the whole thing. I think that a lot of the information that can be gathered from there if you watch the whole thing. And I just got done watching Cheryl Swoop speak to
Angel Reese,
and she further contradicted herself in that podcast and contradicted what she said before. But
yeah,
if you watched everything, you would also understand that.
But I don't care to know that. I swear to God, I don't. I swear I don't. You should
probably not speak on those things. Like you're telling me that I can't speak on things or have
do we speak on? Do we really speak on Cheryl Swoops outside of that one incident on here?
But you shouldn't do it. Period. But
that's the one that I consumed. That's the one that I consumed.
You literally said you didn't watch the whole thing, Omar.
But I consumed enough of it to formulate an opinion.
I'm telling you, based off of someone who watched the whole thing multiple times, you did not.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. You can consume some stuff and have a good enough opinion, and then some people consume the whole thing. I don't think based off of what I said, because what did I say that was bad based off of how much I consumed?
I think your interpretation of what she said in terms of what is dominant, what isn't dominant, or expectations of what a dominant season looks like is very disingenuous based off of what she had said before the season began, and also for those who do not know, what she just literally just said in this episode on
So then what did I say about when we had the segment? What did I say about dominance? What did I say?
You said that somebody should have asked her about what her criteria dominance is.
And you think that I needed more of that conversation to still come to the conclusion? Ask her what dominance is?
Yes, because she explained what her version of dominance is.
Okay, Marcel. What did I say to you on the phone and what did I say here? She needed to put out numbers, right? Did she do that?
Yes, she did. She said literally what she did in college, yes.
No. Numbers, Marcel. I don't want to hear about what she did in college because she also said Angel Reese dominated, right? That's what you told me?
Rewatching that clip, she did clarify a little bit more, I ain't gonna lie.
What was the numbers? What were the numbers?
She specifically emphasized leading the league in scoring as like a dominance point too.
She did, yeah.
So. Again, if we're not talking, because did she also say that Angel Reese was dominant, gang?
She did not say she was dominant.
Who else did she say was dominant?
She only said one person was dominant. That was Asia Wilson.
So there sounds like there has to still be some specific numbers.
Well, did you watch it or did you watch enough of it? But did you watch enough of it?
I watched enough of it. And even if I don't have all the context, Marcel, that's okay. It's a podcast. We don't have to have all the context.
Oh, so
I mean,
okay, so it's okay for you not to have enough context, but then if I don't, it's a problem.
No, you had context to come to your misogynistic opinion, you felt like it was enough. You felt like it was enough, right?
No,
The difference is I didn't come up with the misogynistic or sexist conclusion based off of the little context that I had.
Well, the point that I'm making is, even in that dialogue that we had, I was still open to the idea of whatever y'all were saying. I listened to the podcast that y'all had. You weren't open to anything. You were just saying, number. But if you listened to what she said, you would have came to the better conclusion.
Domo, was he open to what we were saying in that conversation?
Yeah, Domo.
In the conversation about
lowering the rims.
Oh, hell no.
I was not open to what anybody else was saying in there.
No, brother.
From what I no, you was very adamant on making the ball smaller for underhand layups, lowering the rim, just the basic talking points that a lot of the people that
we had to go back and listen to that. I'm sure that what y'all. However, I will still admit that I'm wrong. Omar will never do that. So I'm again sitting here saying,
didn't I just
that
say I
point,
was?
listen.
Hold on. Didn't I just say I was wrong? Didn't I just say? Hold on. You can sit in the back. Because you love to paint this narrative with me. Didn't I just say I was wrong about you watching the game? Okay, then keep going.
No, I'm not talking about the game.
You just said you just made a blanketed statement. You like to specify. Let's start to specify. You said I can admit that I'm wrong. Omar doesn't admit that he's wrong. So if you can specify what you mean before you say out some weak ass blanketed statement, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
If you let me finish, and I'll be able to do it. Omar.
Then say it beforehand, buddy. Sorry.
Omar's not going to admit that he was wrong about the whole Cheryl Swoops conversation, especially in particular about the concept of trying to, once more, make sure the history is preserved, make sure there's a better understanding of why numbers and statistical categories and dominance and excellence looks like the way it may look like in the W, but more importantly, in particular, unrealistic expectation that she knows for a fact that it's almost practically impossible, especially before the season began, for someone to be able to reach in the W, especially when it contradicts her original purpose and point of the statement that she was making 6 months ago about why her attempting an exorbitant amount of shots in college is practically impossible to duplicate in the W because she's going to be on a team with Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston.
Do we have that part? Do we have that part clipped up? Because I would love to know what I said in that moment that has you so gung ho about this.
I'm not really that gun hold about it, Omar.
Oh, you're talking about
shit?
I just know you didn't. I just know you didn't watch it. I know you didn't watch it.
Regardless of me watching,
we do have it clipped up. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah, I see it, and we can find my parts because I didn't say that much in that segment to have him come to these conclusions about me being wrong or right.
We had a conversation before the podcast started.
What did I? But again, what did I tell you? What did I tell you in that conversation?
You said you didn't need to watch it, and I'm going to stick with Cheryl Swoops regardless of what she says.
Marcel, what? And then when you gave me more context, I said, well, not with that, because you said, well, if you side with that, this is what you're siding with. I said, not that. I'm just talking about defining dominance. And didn't I say my overarching point on that when we have the conversation on the pod was going to be let's define dominance? Now I forgot to add that segment into the pod. Sorry, guys. I wanted us to define dominance ourselves. But didn't I have that conversation with you on the phone?
If you watched it, she defined it, Omar. You keep
saying
it. You keep saying it, and she literally said what she did in college.
But you're making a comment about the things that I commented when I didn't even comment that. What are you talking about?
You're asking about what was her definition of dominance, Omar. Correct? That somebody should have asked her to define dominance
with the numbers. Yes, specific numbers.
And when they literally was outlining numbers, she was literally saying the numbers that she posted up in college.
Did she say the numbers?
Oh, we have to play semantics.
Yeah, I'm a semantics ass nigga.
Well,
get off the pod because we have to keep going. Keep going. Jesus Christ. I'm glad we came to that conclusion. Jesus Christ.
Yo, chat, y'all ever seen
them
clips on
brother?
Twitter?
One might say.
Y'all ever seen them clips?
Spider-Man?
Of Muggs playing like Dragon Ball Super or whatever it is, and they doing the exact same combo exact same time.
The little fighters, yo. You're like, oh my God, it's the same moves for one of them.
It doesn't hit because I'm a semantics ass nigga.
I want to, if you watch the podcast, they were literally outlining 28 to 30 points with 8 to 9 assists. They literally said that.
Who is they?
Gil said it, and then she agreed with him.
What did I tell you about the cosigns, Marcel? What did I tell you about the cosigns?
And then further said that, yes, that's something that we know that she can do, and I expect her to do that in like 3 or 4 years. And then she furthered went on to point and highlight how what she did post not only wasn't dominant, that she was still expecting more.
So again, I want specific numbers. I know points and assists aren't my specific numbers. If you're gonna say that I'm semantics,
we don't care about your specific. No, we care about Cheryl's. We don't give a fuck about yours. We care.
No,
about
you're asking me
we
mine
care about
right now,
Cheryl's.
nigga.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, we do have a lot of super
I'm
chats.
glad he
here,
left
so.
because Jersey Boy requested it with the honey bun.
Man, that was exciting.
Shout out to Jersey for the 100.
The nigga who came in talking about, I did make these sexist and misogynistic comments is trying to get it off about a Cheryl Swoops conversation. I swear to God, niggas want points so bad. I know why y'all get annoyed with me.
That whole thing being a point of self-reflection is crazy.
Hey, no, that nigga said, actually, I get it now.
and then tried to condescend his way. Y'all was misogynistic and sexist. Come on, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Iron sharpens
Omar,
iron.
you remember my first question to you when you was a guest on the pod for the first time?
Who was it?
So what was it like growing up in the Griggs household?
Like that.
A nigga trying to get it off and then shit not working later on in real life. That's how it worked.